Right. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Right. I saw Praveen after about 7 or 8 days. Hmm.
Yes,
Throughout,
sir.
yes, sorry that throughout last week, the last week, especially on weekdays, we couldn't meet due to power cuts and bad weather, due to power cuts and heavy rain. For last week, we could meet only Saturday night and Sunday morning, only 2 days. So the program that we have been doing continuously has been hindered, has been disturbed by power cuts and bad weather. Now weather is fine. Now power cuts are still there, but luckily today power was not cut at night here in our area. Power was cut during daytime for 3 hours. Luckily in our area, power is not cut. Power was not cut at night. Therefore, today I was able to host the meeting. I was I was in a doubt, right? I was in a doubt in the evening whether I would be able to host the meeting or not. But luckily, power was not cut, so today we can uh, do the meeting without any interruption. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, sometimes power will be there or power can be cut. Today, okay, yeah, we are okay. Sorry, Mr. Madhur left. Terula, good evening. Good evening, Terula.
Good evening, sir.
Happy to hear Terula's melodious voice. Terula's sweet voice. Right. So, how are you? Praveen, how are you? How's the situation in Italy? Is Italy not affected by the war? I think Italy may not is not affected by the war.
No, sir. I think Italy may not join to the war because if something happens,
Hmm.
yeah, Italy may not join to the war because there's an economic breakdown in Italy.
Hmm. Economic breakdown is everywhere in every country. Now, Italy is in European Union, Europe region.
Yes, sir, and it's a member of NATO.
Member of NATO. Now,
Yes,
Ukraine had to face these bad consequences because uh, they had an attempt. No, they attempted to join NATO.
yes, sir.
They, that's why.
And Russia is afraid of that
Why is Russia so afraid?
because in before 1991, Ukraine was a country. Ukraine belongs to the Soviet Union,
Hmm.
to Russia.
Hmm.
And now, if Ukraine joined to the NATO, American and the other European countries can send their armies, military
So can
to
send their
Ukraine and
troops to Ukraine.
yes, to troops.
Mm,
And so Russia is afraid of that. That's why they attack into Europe,
mm,
Ukraine.
Now, however, this bad is wrong. Bad is sorry, war is very bad.
War
War
is
is
wrong.
wrong.
Yes, sir.
Now today also I saw on news that uh, fathers separating from their children. Fathers who are going to join the war were separating from their children. Children were separated. They were taken to safe places before separating from their parents. Children were very emotional and they were crying. I saw another video of a girl who was requesting both parties, both countries to stop war because they are losing their parents, their houses. Did you see the administration building in Kiev was bombarded today? It was destroyed. It was bombarded. A huge building, administration building in Kiev. Kiev. Oh, what's the name of second largest city? I can't remember the name. However, the situation is turning from bad to the worst, from worst to the worst, right? Uh, and this can as I can see, this can lead to a third world war, another world war. The reason is uh, now Vladimir Putin has threatened the countries; those are going to impose economic sanctions on Russia. Now, most European countries have already uh, closed their airspace to Russian planes and fighter planes and most countries, including America, Poland, Germany, and they are going to or they have already imposed economic sanctions on Russia. So, in reply, Vladimir Putin has threatened those countries. if those countries impose economic sanctions and try to affect, try to put a threat, try to put a threat to Russia, they would have to face unprecedented bad consequences in the history. They would have to face a lot of dangerous consequences. And he has, and at the same time, he has ordered his military leaders, army and military leaders, to keep their nuclear weapons ready for a huge attack. Sometimes this can lead to a third world war. If it happens, as small countries, as people who are living in third world war, the third world small countries, we are the ones who are going to be affected the most. Whatever happens in the world, no? Whatever happens, ultimately we are the ones who are going to be affected, right? That's why I'm afraid. Right? Behind also, okay. Behind, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Luckily, we were able to meet today. Right? Power was not cut. How's the power supply in your areas? Was power not cut today at night?
No, afternoon, 2 hours cut.
There was a 2 hour cut during daytime, in the afternoon.
Yeah, in daytime.
Tenula, Mr. Madhura, what about the power cut, Tenula?
There's a 3-hour power cut in our area from 2 p.m. to 5:30 p.m.
2:35.
Sorry, 2:30 to 5:30.
2:35. Then power won't be cut at night. But I saw on news that from tomorrow again, power will be cut for 7.5 hours. From tomorrow, there will be 7.5 hour power cut again.
Yes.
Right. We have no other option. We are helpless. What to do? Right. Let's start from Chamodi. Can you hear me? Good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Right. Let's start from Mr. Madhura as usual. He may have something to say. He may have a lot of things to say. Today, today we should talk about the crisis, the war between Russia and Ukraine, the fuel problem, fuel crisis in our country, in Sri Lanka, economic crisis. Then a lot of things are there to talk about. Where are you going to start from?
Yes, today public authority, what is the calling? PUCSL, public
No.
utilize
Public Utility Commission.
Yes.
Public Utility Commission.
Commission. He announced since tomorrow they will go 7-hour power cut.
7.5 from tomorrow. 7.5 hour power cut.
7.5 power cut around Sri Lanka, because he highlighted Sri Lanka doesn't have enough foreign currency, because some bulk oil ship out harbor.
Oil ship is anchored there in out harbor.
Yes, anchored out harbor in Sri Lanka, because the main reason is LCL letter did not accept their foreign company. That's why, because
LCL letter was not accepted by their foreign company.
Yes, sir. LCL was not accepted by foreign company. Mainly main reason is we don't have a foreign currency. Today cabinet meeting decided to imported crude oil from the other country. Electricity board has been approved to import crude oil from the other country, directly import by the cabinet.
Electricity board has been given the approval to import.
Yes, has been given the approval to import directly.
Import fuel directly.
Crude. Yes. today Gami Lokage, who's the one, power and
Energy minister,
the
power and energy minister.
energy ministry, he addressed to media. Other news is what is the the what's the call the farmer. The farmers, the agriculture minister who has addressed today, they will grant concession, not concession. What is the වගාපාලුවට වන්දි කියවන කියන්නේ
They will pay a damage.
Yes, they will pay damage because he highlighted they did not they are unable to what is the call that's for organize, they are unable to advise about the organic fertilizer and what's the call cultivation. For cultivation,
They are unable to give advice for cultivation.
Yes, advice. Yeah, for cultivation, because how
Why are
to
they unable?
use. According to the Mahinda, he addressed to media. He they are the agriculture minister, ministry secretary, and other officers who did not involve to explain what is the importance of the agriculture. Organic cultivation. That's why they will grant damage for about.
They will pay the damage.
Yes, they will pay the
farmers,
damage
to the
farmer. They will pay the damage to the farmers. Other news is the critical situation is in the Ukraine, between the Ukraine and Russia. Russia today they will tomorrow, day before yesterday, they started discuss between the two countries near the Poland, or I can't remember.
Yeah, not near Poland. What's the country, Halmi? Where they started the peace discussions? Not Poland.
Peace discussion. Yes.
Belarus. Nearby Belarus, Belarus border.
Yes. But the both countries still not came to decision. I think they decided to conduct another meeting next 2-3 days. They will decided. But at the moment, lots of people shipped going to another country's border. Russia day by day he reached to Ukraine main city. They
Kyiv, their capital Kyiv.
Kyiv. Because the European Union and other countries they impose a sanction about for Russian, but he did not care about that, and he continually doing this operation. He did not care about that.
Today I saw on news that it is said that Vladimir Putin has hidden his family, his children, wife and his family, his children, inside inside the secret bunker inside somewhere.
Yesterday I heard one news. What is the famous bank? Swiss Bank.
They have halted all the assets, Russian assets.
Yeah, Russian assets. Even President asset also held by Switzerland. Swiss Bank. Today, what is the UNICEF? UNICEF, Geneva. Geneva meeting also started
UNHCR,
today.
UNHCR.
UNHCR meeting also start today. Meeting also discuss about that what is the current situation. Sri Lanka also addressed Professor G.L. Piris as a member of Sri Lanka who also addressed this committee. I think they will decided they decided to what is the call, sir?
What?
මොකක්ද මොකක්ද ඉදිරිපත් කරන්නේ
Resolution.
resolution
Human rights resolution.
yes, human rights resolution. They will talk in Friday. On Friday they will talk about Friday. That's
Right, good.
that's also.
Okay. Now I will give everyone a chance to talk. Now Mr. Madhura took the chance and he talked nicely. Who is going to take the next chance? Let's give a chance to Praveen. Praveen, then Bihandu. After that, Tenula, Chamodi, and Kalmita. Right, Praveen, it's your turn. You can say anything. You can take your turn and say.
Yes, sir. Today I'm going to talk about the previous situation of Russia and Ukraine and the history. So
Previous, not current situation.
Current situation and the previous situation. So after the World War II, Europe countries and the powerful country in like America, Canada, they decided to make a society, a team called NATO.
They decided they decided to form an organization.
They decided to form an organization called NATO. So the
what
rule
countries?
is
What countries decided?
European and the American Canada. It northeast countries.
NATO means
so
NATO. The letters NATO. NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. North
Yes,
Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Yes, sir. So the rule is if some country attack to member of NATO, the other all country must help the member who is in the attack and the and have to attack the enemy. So before 1991, Russia was called Union, not Union.
Russia decided to?
No. Before 1991, Russia was called
Soviet Union.
Soviet Union. So Ukraine also Ukraine was a member of Soviet Union, and in 1991 by America they collapsed Soviet Union, and the other countries who was member in Soviet Union became ස්වාධීන රාජ්‍යයක් වෙනවා කියන්නේ
became independent state.
Became independent state.
Independent,
so now
became an independent state.
Became an independent state, and now Ukraine they ask for NATO they ask for be a member of NATO. So Russia is telling if they become a member of NATO, America and other European countries can attack Russia. It means they can send their troops and nuclear weapons. So it is a risk for their country. But in the first time, Putin told that he's not going to attack Ukraine, and they are doing they are doing military exercises. And after that, Putin has told that he's attacking Ukraine because the people who are living in Ukraine they are not happy, and they have so many troubles from the previous government. Uh, so Russia is telling that they are attacking because of Ukraine is going to be a member of NATO,
Mm.
and the other
And they want,
Ukraine president.
and Russia wants to establish their ruling in Ukraine.
Yes, yes, sir. And Ukraine was now Ukraine asked help from European countries, but European countries are telling if they help Ukraine, it will become a World War III. Because if one of European country help to Russia, no, to Ukraine,
Russia won't hesitate to re-attack them.
re-attack them, and China and North Korea is going to help them, help Russia. So it's very dangerous. And now most of them have nuclear weapons.
And even from our country, Tisa Tanaik also has said that he is supporting Russia.
Yes, I saw that news, sir.
Did you see Tisa Tanaik also extending his support to Russia?
And so I saw later after 1991, Russia was like Sri Lanka. There were no food, and they don't even have power like Sri Lanka.
They didn't
But
even have.
they didn't even have power like Sri Lanka. So after rise of Putin, Russia become one of greatest country in the world.
Russia became one of the most powerful countries in the world.
Most powerful country in the world. But now Putin has become a joke to the world, and the president in Ukraine, he has become a hero because he's getting famous because before he became the president, he was a comedy actor, and now he's conducted with his army. He's helping to his country, and United States they have organized to bring president in Ukraine to America. That he have the U.S. president have called organized that Russia is going to attack the president of Ukraine and his family. But Ukraine president has declined it, and he chose to fight with Russia, and now he's become a world famous hero.
He has become hero.
And another thing is now Russia is telling we are attacking to Ukraine because we have a reason, and now and they are telling that nobody is talking about the thing America did to Palestine, Afghanistan, Iraq. No one is talking about it. People and children are dying in that countries, but all is going crazy with Ukraine. And Putin has organized that he's doing this to protection of their country, protect
For the
their future,
for the well-being of his country.
for the well-being of his country. And I saw the currency of Ukraine, Russian currency ruble has get down now. But Putin, he have told that he was ready for that, and he's going to doing the previous business by using gold. And China is going to help Russia to for the economic side. So that's all, sir.
Okay, very good. Then let's give a chance to Chamodi. Now I have given a small, not an activity, a small assignment to Chamodi. The assignment is she should deliver, she should relate 2 stories, and in addition to that, she can deliver a speech. Now, Chamodi, what are you going to do? Are you going to relate the story or deliver a speech?
So I'm ready to story and one speech.
First, relate the story.
Uh, so I'm ready to speech. First one is the blind man with the light. Second is the fox and the grapes.
Fox and the grapevine. You may relate the story first. Story. Start with story.
The fox and the grapes.
Fox and the grapevine. Fox and the grapevine.
It was a sunny day. A fox walk in the field. Walk in the field. In few minutes, he came a vineyard. The fox looked some branches of juicy grapes.
The fox
the-
saw. The fox saw some branches of juicy grapes.
The fox saw some branches of the juicy grapes. The fox carefully around him. He sure that he was safe from the hunters. He jumped upward because he could not catch the grapes. He tried again. He could not catch the grapes. He could not catch the grapes. But sorry, he 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 did not. ඔහු උත්සාහය අතාරින්නේ නැහැ කියලා ඉස්සමට කියන්න ඕනේ.
He did not give up. He did not give up his attempts.
He did not give up
His attempts.
his attempts.
Again, say it. He did not give up.
He did not give up
his attempts.
His attempts. The fox ran fast and jumped, but he could not reach the grapes. The fox was angry. His legs pained because running and jumping. He stopped trying. He walked again. He thought he can't eat the grapes because grapes are
Bitter.
bitter again.
Grapes are bitter.
Are bitter.
Bitter. Bitter. Huh?
Bitter.
Bitter. Then ambul කියන්නේ sour. SOUR. SOUR sour. Ambul. Bitter කියන්නේ bitter. Penrah කියන්නේ sweet. Right? Then he couldn't grab the grapevine. Ultimately, he said, grapes are bitter. Right? Then next story, second one.
The blind man with the light.
Man with the light.
Ramu was an old blind man.
One night.
One night, he came out his cottage.
He came out of his cottage.
One night he came out of his cottage and went the road. Went
towards පාර දිහාටද?
පාරේ ඇවිදගෙන ගියා කියලා ඉස්සමට කියන්න ඕනේ. එයා එක රාත්‍රියක පාරේ ඇවිදගෙන ගියා.
He went along the road.
One night he came out of his cottage and he
went along the road.
He went along the road. He had a pot of water under his right arm. and and left hand එයාගේ අතේ he left hand
In his left hand,
light එකක් තිබුණා. He left hand
he had a torch or light.
light.
He had a light. He had a light in his left hand.
He had a light in his left hand.
Hmm.
A young man was coming from other end of the road.
From the other, a young man was coming from the other end of the road.
A young man was coming from the other
From
end of the road.
From the other end of the road.
From the other end of the road.
Hmm.
He came to Ramu and shouted,
Hmm.
Ramu, you are blind and you are foolish too. You can't see, but you are
But you have a light in your hand. Hmm.
but you are
But you have a light in your hand. How could you see?
but your light
But you have a light in your hand.
but you have sorry
But you have a
But-
light
but you have a light
in your hand.
in your hand.
Hmm.
Ramu smile and said,
Hmm.
do not shout, young man.
Hmm.
Listen to me.
Hmm. Listen to
Hear
me,
me
be
and-
carefully. Listen to me, be carefully. Okay, go ahead. Listen to me.
The light is not for me.
Hmm.
It is for you and others.
Hmm.
I go out every night
Hmm.
with a light in my hand.
Hmm.
People on the road see this light and then they do not එයාලා හැප්පෙන්නේ නැහැ කියන්නේ මට ඕනිස දැන් එයාලා ලයිට් එක දැක්කහම එයාලා මගේ ඇඟේ හැප්පෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලායි මට කියන්න ඕනේ.
They don't bump into my body.
They don't bump into my body.
Hmm.
The young man was confused
Hmm.
and went away.
He was confused and went away.
Yes, sir.
Right. Then, are you ready for a speech?
Yes, sir.
Then, deliver it. Start.
My favorite book.
I'm going to talk about my favorite book.
I'm going to talk about my favorite book.
Hmm.
My favorite book is Madol Duwa.
Hmm.
The book is written by well-known famous writer.
The book was written by.
The book was written by well-known famous writer Martin Wickramasinghe. It is very adventure story, an interesting novel. The book is translated several languages.
The book has been translated to several languages.
The book has been
Translated to
many several languages.
many. Don't use both many and several at the same time. Oh, translated to many languages. Yeah.
The book has translated to many languages.
Hmm.
The story about a දුප්පත් ළමෙක් තක්කඩිකම් කරන ළමෙක්.
The story is about a poor boy. The story is
is
about a poor boy who was mischievous.
The story is about a poor boy and
About a poor boy who was mischievous.
who was mischievous.
Mischievous. ඒ කියන්නේ දඟකාර තක්කඩි වගේ තමයි ඉතින් mischievous.
මට පොඩ්ඩක් ලියා ගන්න ස්පෙල් කරන්න.
MIS
හ්ම්.
CHIE
හ්ම්.
VOUS. VOUS. Mischievous.
Sometimes that boy is robbery. The main character is Upali Jinawalla in the story.
උපාලි ගිනිවැල්ලේ.
And the main character is Upali Jinawalla in
ගිනිවැල්ලේ.
Ginivalle in the story.
Mm.
His best friend is Chinna. Upali is motherless child. His mother died. He was 7 years old. He looked after stepmother.
He was looked after by his stepmother.
He was looked after by this stepmother. He don't like live at home. He like live.
Don't say don't like. He didn't like to stay at home.
He didn't like to stay at home. He like leave the environment. They went
He
to
liked-
the island.
He liked going out of house and playing with his friends.
He liked going out of house and playing with friends. They went to the island. It's called Madolduwa. They live good citizen and cultivated in the island. We can learn good qualities in our.
From this story. All right. Good. Then who? The next chance goes to who? Bihandu. Bihandu, it's your turn.
Yes, sir. Today I read an article, newspaper article. It's an old newspaper article. So the topic is the jobs is going to studying about the exoplanets. So the Europe Space Agency planning to launch a space satellite, and which is used to studying about the extraterrestrial planets and get the photography of their transitions. So they will planning to launch in 1st of month in 2020 in last year. So
They were
So
planning.
this-
They were planning to launch it 1st March 2021 or 2020.
2020 in last year.
2020, 2 years ago.
2 years, yes.
Hmm.
So JAWS means characteristic exoplanet satellite. So the ESA said this is the first their first mission. They launch for like this work. So the satellite of main purpose is to get in the sizes of the super planets, sizes of super planet to Neptune sizes of planet, and they calculate those planets and get the density, calculate the density of those planets. So and this and they and those planets they used to studying by the other equipments in the future. So the satellites have 10% accurate to calculate those planets of radius. So if we get the radius and density of these planets, we can get the evaluation and the other informations about these planets. So ESME, Europe Space Agency, and Switzerland, Germany, Italy, and 11 countries of space agencies are participant for this mission. So these satellites of full weight is 250 meters, 50 kilograms, and then the size is 2.94 cubic meter. So it's looked like a small space satellite. So this space satellite of same equipment is CCD photometer, and they get the electricity. This satellite is they get the electricity by the solar panels, by the 2 solar panels. So the ESS agency say that they want to retention this satellite at the 650 kilometers about the surface of Earth, and the other special thing is these chips is made by to maintain a normal temperature, which is which is 14 minus Celsius. So it will stable at the orbit as for 48 hours. So 48 hours as a long time, and it continually aimed by the object, and it was a chance to get their studies by the planets. So in every day the satellite give 1.2 gigabytes to the Earth, and that's all.
Right, good. He always talks about his favorite subject, astronomy. Right. Next chance goes to Tenula and his sister. They have been listening for a long time. Tenula, it's your turn.